Welcome back to the podcast. It's been a minute. I haven't posted any episodes because I needed to do an intro, and I've just been so damn busy. Like you all. Working my butt off, trying to keep up with the Joneses. All the while not allowing myself to do what makes me feel like myself. Just any kind of art, whether it's in the form of this podcast or painting or building something out of wood. I don't know. I just know that anytime I do it, that's the only time I feel like me. Otherwise, I feel like a goon or a slave or I don't know, whatever chatter we share about working too hard. It's not a woe is me. It's just a matter of fact, you know. I hit a wall, and that's just what happens sometimes. And you saw pictures, or maybe you didn't, on Instagram of me taking a cold plunge, and that was part of the therapy. It's like I need shock therapy. I need to bring myself back, and that's what we're doing. I'm here finally to share something magical with you. I have this conversation saved up in my drive that I had about a month ago. Shoot, maybe even more. It was a conversation with this artist in Africa. And he had liked a friend of mine, and a friend liked his, or something like that. And I saw it on Instagram. I saw his work, this beautiful art that he does. And I thought, well, I'm going to reach out to him, see if he's willing to talk. And sure enough, he said, sure. And I called him up and we hit it off. And some of the things he shared with me were just so beautiful, and things that I needed as an artist to hear, to give myself permission. And that was kind of what this conversation did for me, was it allowed me to say, yeah, you're right. That's how I am. I like to create. And that's who I am. And he shared a lot of wisdom with me because he's been doing this for such a long time. He started in the streets of Africa, and where he lives, this is kind of like, this is what the celebrities are out there, is street artists. And so he would go and hang out with them, and they mentored him. And that's what his story is kind of unfolding that journey, and to where he is now. He's just an amazing person. And I think if you're an artist, or if you're anybody who's trying to create on a regular basis, and you want to know what's it like to be a full-on, artist, bringing in all your money through your modality. And I thank you so much for coming back and giving us another chance and hearing us out. Stay tuned for an episode, an interview with Plunge and Capital Floats, Ryan Dewey. And that's going to be amazing, about cold water treatment or cold water therapy and the business that they're in. Please stop by Instagram and check out Henry's work. You can find him at AEMEKA89. That's Ameka89. He goes by Henry, but his African name is Ameka. And you can see all his beautiful magic on his Instagram page. Send him some love. Tell him I sent you, and enjoy the conversation. God bless.
I'm just a wandering nomad out on the interstate. Eventually all these roads just end up looking the same. And now it's time for another episode of Relative Road.
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm very good.
You're good? Okay.
Yeah.
You get enough time?
Well, I've been busy today.
Yeah?
I've been busy doing some. I started this particular work, but it's not yet finished. As you can see, it's not yet finished. This is just the starting
Yeah.
process.
Yeah. Do you paint every day?
Yeah, it's almost every day.
Yeah. Is it your job at this point?
It's my job. At the same time, again, it's something that has been part of me from very, very long time.
Yeah. Okay. And we'll get into that. I just, it's just interesting to hear that somebody can do it every day. That's not something that me and the people the community I'm around, it's all working class. We're all doing a multitude of things. California in particular is quite expensive. So there's a lot of rat race going on. So, the fact that you can paint every day is, amazing. Well, the way I want to do this is I kind of want to give you a little background about me, and then kind of just so that if I need to, I'll just cut it out because people can hear plenty about me. But I want you to know who you're talking to, and I don't expect you to go and listen to all the recorded podcasts. So I'll kind of paraphrase everything and give you some of where my mind is and what it is I'm after. Okay. So I live in Sacramento, California. I don't know if you know that. I've been here now since 2005. Up until then, I kind of moved around the planet a little bit. My parents were affiliated with the military. And so, I lived in Europe for about 10 years of my life, and then kind of all over the United States for a little bit. In my later years, in my early years in my 20s, I spent, that 5 years in England, running around like I was European. So, whatever that means to me is really just about my exposure to culture and just the European culture, maybe the English flavor of it, which is pretty good. I think if you go to London, there's quite a nice mix of everything there. But I'm telling you that so that I want you to know that I'm a little more worldly than maybe some of my fellow citizens here who haven't been out of the country. And so I'm not a stranger to a lot of ideas. I am an artist. I've kind of grown up. I grew up as an introvert when I was really young and did a lot of time in the paper, and I never got into canvas, but it was a lot of drawing. It was a lot of imitating what I saw, kind of like becoming like a copy machine. I could just put in the details myself, and I'm naturally good at taking other people's ideas and just adding some flavor to it. That's my niche for now. But I've recently dabbled in painting on canvas, and I see some natural talent that just kind of sat there since I was a kid. So it's still there, which is profound to me, which is what kind of led me to talking to you and artists in general. Is I think that artists can almost literally travel in time through their modality. Like you can feel the sensations that you did when you were a child. I think that experience happens a lot more through artists. It's a lot more vivid through artists. So that's what interests me. But I'm a truck driver. As you can guess, I have a son, one kid. Me and my family have a house. We don't rent. We own a house here in California. And I don't know how these things may be pertinent to you or not, but I'm just telling you anyway. And my interest in you is just your perspective about art, about life, about the world in general, the COVID experience in Africa. And I'll kind of come back to these subjects. But if you could just tell me a little bit about your background, growing up, and when did you first sort of discover your love for art and going about it? How'd that happen?
Okay. I'm going to take this one step at a time.
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to take this one step at a time. My name is Henry Emeka Nelson. Okay. I'm from, my mom is a French-speaking woman. She's from Côte d'Ivoire. My dad is from Nigeria. Okay, so I'm from the West Africa of Nigeria. So I was born 40 years ago. Um, I have kids too. I have kids, awesome, beautiful kids. My kids are very, very lovely. They're inspiring to me.
Okay.
Um, if you talk about when I started art at the age of 6 years old. I started art very early. My mom really encouraged me for art. But one thing about art in Africa, it was not art in Africa is not really how will I put it now? It's not really a thing that any parents will want to see their kids do because it's not very, very profitable in words. But over the years, I had a conviction in my heart that this is what I was born to do. And this is my destiny. Okay, so I am more of a creative artist. Okay, I'm a creative artist. I'm very creative in every form. I can create from any dimension. I'm not in a level of okay, this way I'm very good at. I can create from level to level.
Okay.
So I've been living in Nigeria for a long time. I've not really traveled out of Africa, but I've been to other African countries. And I study in school. I study computer science. So I am into graphics. I am into graphics. I don't know if you know what I mean by graphic design.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I do.
I'm into graphic design. So I do. When you were asking me, am I a full-time artist? I mix it up. I have time for my graphics. People can call me for jobs to do them graphic works. I do that too. I design. I design for various things. As I said, for most things, like at my back now, you can see this. This is graphics. So I blended my graphics and my art together for this. So this is owned by a company that uses for a billboard. But I like it so much, so I kept a copy for myself.
Yeah, amazing.
So apart from painting fully, I'm into graphics.
Okay.
I'm into what they call designs of clothes. I could design for clothes and give it out for people to sell.
Yeah.
So I have a creative mind. I'm just creative in my own way. So I put one and two together and I discovered this is who I am.
Yeah.
And I love who I am and I embrace who I am to become better.
Yeah. Yeah. Did your parents foster that, or was that just the spirit already built in? I mean, what encouraged that? And did you have mentorship growing up with that in mind?
It was hard. It was very, 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 very hard.
Yeah. Okay.
It was very hard. It was not encouraging. Okay. But we talk about mentorship. I think there was two people that mentored me. One was maybe next time I'm going to post it online. I don't know the name of the artist, but it's from America. It's a red Indian, but I don't know his name. But I remember back like 1993, 93, 94, I saw his work on a magazine. And I threw it from the magazine and I kept it for years. See, now I still have it, but I don't know why I kept it. But I saw it once online. That artist really inspired me because when I saw the art, it was so out of this world. Growing up, I saw some artists on the street. And being in Africa, you have to see artists on the street and you just want to be like them.
I see.
So
interesting.
Mentorship came from the street art.
Yeah. So you would just spend time in the streets with those artists, and they'd let you in, and would they give you materials and let you sort of participate, even sell? Like, how did that sort of? It's such a beautiful story, man. I'm enamored by it already.
Back then, in the street, this guy was so kind to me. He's very, very nice. He's a Muslim. I'm a Christian. He's a Muslim.
Okay.
And I think he seen me for like 6-7 years. They were very great artists. And whenever when they saw me, that I said, I can draw. They said, okay, draw, let us see you. And I drew. And he said, Henry, a very good drawer. Stick on your drawing. Develop your drawing skill. And eventually, when I started painting, they would give me their empty can of paint. And I'll take a piece and I'll cut the edge. and I'll take a stick, and I'll take a stick, I'll take a stick, and I continue, and I peel it up, and I put it in my hand.
Yeah, yeah.
And I want you to know that was what made me such an artist now.
Yeah.
If you look at my hand,
Yeah.
I don't use a palette knife. I don't use a palette. I only paint with my hands, and I paint till now.
Yeah.
I don't paint with brushes. I paint with sticks because it was that was my first dimension, and I took it in and I drew it in my hand. And they have so many. They have so many of them. They say, Harry, take a scissors and cut them, and get out your paint you want to use. And they gave me a small canvas. I could not afford it, and I was going to school, and I was doing some domestic work, car wash, and that is how the story started. That movement started like 1997, 1998.
Yeah. Was there a particular part of your struggle going through this mentorship and this sort of self-education? Because that's really important to me. It sounds like you kind of knew early on, this is what I'm going to pursue, and I'm going to give it everything I have. Is there a part of your journey that you look back on that was really difficult, but you just are so fond of and you wouldn't change for anything?
Yeah, I think what really made me not to lose it was I'm spiritually connected.
Okay.
How will I put it? When I believe that every human being has a manual. Like when you buy a paint, they give you the manual.
Okay.
This is how you should use it. You buy a TV, they give you the manual.
Yeah.
I believe I have a manual.
Okay.
So now I have a manual, but I don't understand how to interpret the manual.
Yeah.
Now who can interpret the manual than the person that made me?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. Yes.
So to be honest with you, it is God's grace that gave me that manual.
Okay.
Because I being in the streets of Africa, I lost it many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I lost it many times. But there was a time that I saw that this is what I was. This is who I am. And I remember that particular moment when I made a particular drawing. Then I was not yet into full-time painting. I was just drawing with my pen. I was very, very good with my pen. I will get my sketch for you to see if I can.
Of course.
So that moment came where somebody saw me and told me something. Said, Henry, you're very good with your drawing. You have to stick to who you are, believe in who you are, and don't lose focus. It's not easy trying to draw and trying to make a living because it's like you're wasting time.
I know.
Many people like, Henry, go for engineering course. Come on, go for a computer course. Leave this stuff you're doing. It cannot make money for you.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in my spirit, I feel like this is who I am.
Yeah.
This is what I was born to do.
Yeah.
And how do I make it a dimension that can manufacture wealth for me?
Yes.
Manufacture wealth. Because when there's money, I'll be able to do more. I can buy materials without thinking about no materials to work.
Yes.
So that came into play. But the thing was that each day I paint, each day I improve.
Yeah.
And funny enough, I write phrases sometimes. I don't know if you know what I would be my phrase.
I do.
There's a phrase I wrote.
Yeah, go ahead.
The phrase says, I wrote a phrase that says, it says, if you stop right now, you never know the next painting that will come that will make you the unique painter that everybody wants to see.
Yeah, I like that. I need that.
Sometimes we don't know that as an artist, there are so many things endowed in you that you haven't given the best of the best. Yes. You just want to keep getting better. That was really what pushed me, I guess. I didn't want to give up.
Well, it's interesting that you that you say it with such passion, because it's something that I've been trying to do for myself. I hear what you're saying and I can relate deeply. I feel like I've always kind of known what I am. I've always kind of known that I'm I'm a way for God to speak to the world, just like anybody else. I relate to your spiritual perspective, and I want to ask a little bit about how you speak to that, because that's where I am. I believe that language is changing in the world, but even more so in America. It's really taking an internalization. People are kind of looking a little bit closer at themselves. And what's interesting about that is that here, and I don't know how to describe it, but there's an effect that I have and that I think is similar in other people, where we kind of grow up thinking we are a nation ourselves, that we think we are a nation. And then we forget sometimes that we're just the planet. We're not anything but the planet. And when we get mixed up, we tend to get a little bit far in our mind from who we are. And until we experience something profound, whether it's a relationship with a person, a relationship with the planet, if you fall over and you crack your head, whatever, something can happen to sort of snap you out of it. But as an artist, like it's not something that's ever gotten that far from me. And I feel like by the grace of God and the compassion and the way he spoke to my existence through my survival to bring me to a point now where I can see where the artist in me really wants to just breathe, because it's almost felt sort of suffocating to put my creativity, because like you said, I'm a creative person too, and I believe that everybody is an artist. It's just that their creativity spreads out throughout their life. It's how you solve your problems, and I think that what I'm trying to do is save myself from drowning the artist within. That's what's happening. So me creating a channel to talk to people, to have a real conversation with people who live in their art, is really just me asking the universe face to face, hey, how do I get in there? And, how do we make this happen? I don't necessarily want fame or, that's about it. I just want the ability to give more. Does that make sense? That's the wealth I'm after. I want the ability to give more of my art and more of myself. And that's what you do for me just by being where you are. So you're 40 years old. You said 40 years on the planet. Same here, 40 years old. And as a father, as an artist, how do you translate that to your children? How do you feed the beautiful spirit of living out your creative artist, and then tell your children, look, you've got to learn industry too? Because that's a challenge, and I want to know, how do you go about it?
You see, everybody has failed in life before. Okay, everybody has somehow, somewhere. Somehow, I felt when growing up, I didn't give my all to one of my gifts that God gave me, and I let that gift down. Okay, and that gift was singing. I was a very good singer but somehow I let go of that gift. So when God gave me the opportunity to start all over as an artist, I made up my mind, I'm not going to give up in my art. I'm going to give it all.
Yeah.
All 120%. Now, coming with the kids are around about me, all around me. One thing I discovered their gift early, just as my gift was discovered. I did what they never did for me when I was young. I did for them. I bought them materials and encouraged them. Don't let anybody take you away from your major calling. Don't look at somebody else's vision and chase somebody else's vision. You are unique the way you are created. So my kids are always with me here. In my gallery when I walk, they come down and I teach them how to paint. Those that does not want to know how to paint, like, one knows how to sing very well. One knows how to paint. The other one knows how to drum.
Wow.
So I took my time and I taught all of them. And funny thing is that God gave me this gift. So I know how to sing. So I teach the one how to sing.
Yeah.
Before the hours, like by 8 o'clock, I'll be teaching the other one how to play guitar.
Wow.
As you can see my background. That was my first guitar I had before it got damaged. So I have another one. So I have to go and teach her how to play some chords today.
Yeah.
By 8 o'clock.
Okay.
I have to sleep for a while.
Of course.
So I see myself as a sacrifice in a way to teach, because I'm not just teaching my kids. I teach some kids that come to my place every Saturday. kids come to my place here, and I teach them. They are the age of 8 to 15 years old,
Yeah.
free of charge, because there are many people that want to be inspired. But the issue is that some people don't have the drive. Some people don't have the encouragement. I do tell people having a gift is not the issue.
Yeah.
Is how will I put is engine and how will I use the word now? Is to strengthen the gift is the issue.
Yeah. Yes. The time devoted. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Having it is not the issue, but developing it to that level
Yes.
is the issue.
Yes.
And if you look at it, if you don't go through that process, you are not developing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that is why I paint every day.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I paint every day because each moment I discover something. Let me tell you the irony about painting for me. From one painting, you discover the secret of another painting.
Mm-hmm.
From that painting, you discover the secret of another painting. Like there's a painting I have.
You're right.
I won't sell it right now. I'm not going to sell this painting right now because the painting has so many secrets for me to learn from.
Yeah.
And that painting, my kids see it as, okay, this way you get this stroke from. You get this stroke from here, you get this stroke from here.
Yeah.
This is how you're going to move it. It teaches you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget.
Yeah.
So you just have to like water them as they grow as kids, so they get better.
Yeah.
You have to just keep guiding them, giving them the encouragement.
Yeah.
That is it. And with time it to grow.
Yeah.
With time it to grow.
So beautiful. What's interesting about hearing that is like I want to do that for the child inside of myself. I want to do that. I want to allow him into the room and let him play and protect his work and protect his purpose. I really, really am striving to carve that into my being at this point in my life. The way you describe the education of your own skill through the process of creating, and also I want to talk about what not letting your paintings go right away. That's very difficult, and I'm saying this from recent experience. I painted something after I went through something difficult. It was a tragic thing in my heart. It broke my heart. I was scared and emotional, and I didn't know that this would affect my painting. I had no idea because I like the realistic painting style. That would be where I live, in the details. I really like the realistic details to make it pop, and then for people to say, oh, I thought that was a picture. I really like that effect. That would be my little trick if I could name any. Yeah. But the idea that when you don't let go and you have to learn something, when I have that painting, and I'll go get it, I want you to see it because it still to this day irks me looking at it. It's a picture of I'll show you, but the way it affects me is I could feel the pain when I look at the painting, and I threw it away. And then I took it back out of the garbage. Strange experience. And I still don't quite like the quality of what I'm looking at, but I'm some sort of magical trip between me and that piece of canvas, which is bizarre to me that we have this relationship. But I understand looking at it and then looking at my other more detail-oriented paintings and seeing just that world of self, the timeless self perspective, like this conversation, this dance inside, and the way that you conduct your relationships that way is so interesting, because you said that in the beginning that you just live in these realms, and it's like you put the suit on and then there you are, you're a teacher now. There you are, you're the spirit of a carpenter, whatever it is you're doing. So let's talk about that, the painting and the relationship. What do you think of that? Me throwing it away and then taking it back and then
Okay, fine. There's a painting here that is looking at me. This painting is like, this painting is one of my old. I think I'll be like 7 years ago when I did this.
Yeah.
It's a paper.
Okay.
It's a paper kind of, So, this painting always follow me all the time. I'm not going to throw it away. and it's a water-based, watercolor, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But one thing I discovered about painting in general is this: let me use the word, you are pregnant as an artist.
Yeah.
And you need to give birth.
Yes.
You need to give birth.
Yes.
I get it.
Okay.
Now, some paintings are 1 month old. Some paintings are 2 days old. Some paintings are 9 months old. But it depends on you. It depends on how you feel like. Okay, and guess what? Some paintings are triplet. Some are twins.
Yeah.
Some are single.
Wow.
Some are fours.
Wow.
That is how I see it. So anytime I come here and I say I don't want to paint today.
Yeah.
Whenever I come here, I am not supposed to paint today. Today is my free day.
Okay.
Because I felt like I've done so much.
Yeah.
I need to cool my mind.
Yeah.
I need to work on my computer and get some works, orders. But when I got here, as I stood, I saw some birds. They were eating some fruits. I'm like, oh, birds. Okay, fine. And I saw 2 of them like gargling. I'm like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
So, and I said, as soon as I saw it, it came into my mind,
Yeah.
and my mind started having this, cohesion to create it.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, I don't want to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you have to do it. You have the materials, man, to get it done.
Okay.
To be a masterpiece.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, okay, let me start. And I started, and I'll show you the dimension. And I started like, okay, looking at this art already, I already know where it's going to be in the next 2 days. When an artwork is I get bored sometimes.
Yes.
When an artwork is getting 4 days old, I'm bored.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like to finish. I like, depending on the size. But bad. I give it 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the more it gets longer, I get bored.
Yeah.
And I want to get another stuff and get something done.
Yeah.
But I would prefer to finish an artwork and I'll put it down and I'll be busy doing another one. Then the next thing I'll be looking at like, oh, there's something I need to put there. I haven't put. So because it's done, it's already 90% done. Those little attributes will be coming with inspiration. Like, damn, this is going to be good on this.
Yeah.
This is going to work on this.
Yeah.
And I'll start putting it. So, your art is like a baby coming down to reality. You are giving it clothes. You are giving it washing. You give it shoes.
Yeah.
You just dressing it up. It becomes unique.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it stands on its own.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Then the moment you start looking at it, the art will be talking to you.
Yes.
Hi, you made me, man. How you doing? I'm alive. You made me, man. You made me. I'm cool. I'm beautiful.
Yeah.
And I relate to that. I relate to that a lot.
Yeah.
So I have done so much artwork that even me myself, I can't remember them. I can't remember, but whenever I see them on people's house, Henry, I'm like, wow, you have one of my kids with you.
Yes. I'm so grateful for this perspective. I'm so thankful that you speak about it the way you do. I think my purpose has kind of, like you said, it kind of bleeds over into things. And, having these conversations with people like yourself is important, because I think there was a time when I just needed to hear someone else give themselves permission to give myself permission. And I'm super thankful, man. I'm going to ask some other general questions because I don't want to keep you forever. I just want to ask a couple of general things. Okay. Okay, awesome. Let's see. What does America look like to you from the stories you hear, from the perspectives you share, to just your own artistic mind? What is that to you, America? And be candid and free to speak anything, man. I got no judgment.
You see, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
America inspired me.
Okay.
As an artist.
Yeah. Fair.
I'm telling you the truth. I'm not lying to you.
Yeah.
America, Europe inspired me to become an artist. Why I'm saying this is because I spent like 6 years in the street, or 7 years in the streets of Africa painting celebrities, painting this, painting that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But somebody saw me one day when on the street when I was selling an artwork. He told me something. He said, Henry, your artwork is beautiful. But guess what? This is where it ends. It does not go beyond this. And I kept quiet. I kept like, wow, that word is strong. And I told myself, I don't want my work to end here. I want the world to see it. I want the world to have a feel of it. I don't care what I'm going to take. I'm going to work hard to make sure the world hear about my act. And I started painting online for like, I started painting online fully on Facebook. I started like almost 10 years. Started painting online almost 10 years now. This year will make it 10 years.
Okay.
You know, and when I started painting online on Facebook, I started with portraits. If you can see, I like painting people's picture a lot.
Yeah.
Mostly when I say picture, I catch my attention. Like, wow, I'm going to paint.
Yeah.
You know, so I started painting people's portraits on Facebook. And awesome. I met mothers, I met fathers, I met brothers, I met aunties that embraced me. They're like, damn. Where are you from?
Yeah.
Like, from Africa. Yeah, from Africa.
Beautiful.
Yeah. You know, but it was challenging. It was challenging because, I'll be honest, because of a lot of scamming online. It was challenging because I'm from West Africa. And back then, the scamming was very high coming from West Africa. And I had to stand my ground to make a good mark, to pay a sacrifice. To let people know, yes, they are bad people, but guess what? They are good people.
Yeah, yeah.
And if I remember some things that happened and I smiled, but American people really inspired me.
Beautiful.
You know, and they just keep embracing me. It took time.
Okay.
It took time.
Yeah.
It took time for people like, okay, Henry, okay, I'm going to give it a try. Okay, Henry.
Yeah.
And as it started going, one person saw it. Henry from Nigeria gave me my artwork. He didn't steal my money. Whoa. Then the next person, this guy from Nigeria. Serious? This guy from Nigeria. And it started flowing. Your name, my mom will always tell me, keep a good name.
Yeah.
It's better than money. It's better than diamond. And that good name has kept me going over the years. And I have never in any way jeopardized that name. That name, Henry Emeka, has always stick there in the minds of people that this guy is human, this guy is good, this guy is kind, and he's talented. I like that people are looking at me.
Yeah.
Let me keep it going that way. And I started having attention from people, attention from galleries. And as I said, the American market really gave me that shot. But quote in quote, I never saw it like, oh, America, like people like America, like, hey man, Henry, America, I need to get down to America. America is the dawn, America is the deal. I said, okay, look, I'm not saying that I don't want to go to America, no, but I want to make a mark. I want to make a mark. And the mark is I want to preach the gospel of art with my artworks. You know, people can get healed with my artwork. People can get encouraged with my artworks.
Yeah.
People can get happy with my artworks. I know how many times I've done free artworks for people in USA, portraits, and I send it. Like, Henry from Africa gave me this. And the woman like, Henry, I'm grateful. It healed my heart. As long as you are happy, good. You know, but the truth is, the American gave my artwork value. They gave my artwork value. You know, black, white.
Yeah.
Black, white.
Right.
They gave it value. They gave it value. No colors, no races. They just gave it value.
Beautiful.
But it took time. It took time of patience, determination, persistence. You know, that is the truth.
Yeah. Well, I think I think you kind of became the canvas for a minute there. At the same time, you know, you're the growth that comes from your I don't want to say charity, but your effort to give yourself out there and to make the commitment to share the truth about you and not to really focus on the outcome other than what benefits the people you're doing it for. I think it's really the new way of dealing with currency. You know, I said language is changing. I think currency is really, it's boiled down to the relationships between people. And, you know, it inspires me. I've even been fantasizing giving my paintings to, you know, my podcast guest as a thank you. And like you said, making that time happen is really important. I'm working on it, Henry. I promise. But I appreciate the comment about America. I kind of feel the same about the whole world. Like, it's so nice to be able to get on a platform and just find people who are just happy and want to be happy and just want to, feed the artist and get through this tough time through each other. Yeah. So that's my next question is, what's it been like with the COVID situation in your community? Has it been controversial between people? Are people kind of going along with it? What's it been like for you?
Wow, COVID has been crazy.
Yeah,
I got a shot of COVID. I got a shot of COVID like a month ago. I was down with COVID, but about 8 months ago, 2020, there was a lot of shutdown. Everyone was shut down. The hardship was high, and people were getting sick. But people had to work. There was nothing like there was not so much coming from the government to help people. That much. It was coming out, but it was not getting round for everybody. Food and stuff was not getting round for everybody. It was just a few people just to. Yeah. But African people are strong. They're just
I can only imagine.
Strong.
Yeah.
They're just naturally strong. They just look, I'm going to face this drama and I'm going to win this drama. Come rain, come shine.
Yeah.
And we're happy that the vaccine is here. People are like getting it from all over the world coming down.
Good.
So life can go back to what it is. But during that time, I was painting. I was writing.
Yeah.
Writing and painting comes together for me. They come together. So that moment, I knew that people needed to be happy. Some lost their loved ones. People needed to be encouraged. People were down financially, health-wise, emotionally. You can imagine being indoors for 3 months. You don't go anywhere. That's prison.
Yeah. Yeah. No matter how much you love painting. Yeah. It's going to be tough being in there that long. Yeah.
At the same time, people were trying to make sure that we share the news of love and patience. Because that moment I discovered that the COVID made us to understand that there's more to life.
Nice.
It brought us to that level. It brought us to that level to see that you have humans have their limits.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So,
beautiful. Yeah.
And that is what I saw. But I was happy that I was able to paint. The grace of God was there for me, and I was painting, and the challenge was there. But I never felt like I'm gonna stop, because it was like a privilege to paint more as long as I had the materials. And I was just sharing the news every week. Henry, what do you have for us this week?
Yeah.
Henry, what do you have for this week? So I became like I became like a magazine or something.
Yeah. You're such a beautiful person, man. I'm a huge fan, I have to say. Let me take a look here. See what else. I want to make sure I get the important. I've gotten all this good stuff. I think that's a good place to stop, because I'd like to work with you again. I'd like to say to you that I heard you, man. You want the world to feel what you got to offer, and I want to help you with that. Yeah. So I'm going to make sure to do a good job releasing this conversation as an episode about you. I'm going to give people the link to your Instagram page, your Facebook page. I'll do it up the best I can. But most important thing for me about this was just how you give yourself permission, and how you teach your children to protect their creativity. It's just so inspiring.
Yeah. The thing is this. The moment a person lost his direction in life, I believe, somebody told me this long ago. He said, Henry, the sunlight that touches the poor is the same sunlight that touches the rich. The rain that fall on the rich is the same that fall on the poor. Now, he made me understand that God does not like excuses. Yeah. That word touched my heart. I say, Henry, God doesn't like excuses. Don't give excuses anymore. Because growing then, I always find excuses.
Yeah.
Like, what happened? I'll say, I don't have paint. Excuses. Oh, what happened? I don't have canvas. Excuses.
Yeah.
Damn, find a job, get a part-time job, buy the materials, start something. Don't keep giving yourself excuses all the time and make time. So I have made sure that being disciplined means being able to manage your time.
Mm-hmm.
How to manage this.
Mm-hmm.
You must know how to manage it. And to me, it means a lot. It means a lot. Being able to manage your time, being able to program your time. I remember one time, I think that was 2017, January. I made up my mind to paint up to closely 50 people online.
You set that goal.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I hit that target. I can never forget it.
Yeah, good for you. Congratulations. That's a big deal, man. You reached.
It is.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
But the thing is not about me painting. It's about me when I made it. Hold on, please.
Yeah.
Let me see if
I'm gonna go grab mine too. I'll be right back.
Okay then.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Where was I? One very thing is this that has really helped me is being able to manage the resources one has, because if you can't manage those resources, you get frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Most artists ask me, "Hey, I want to paint big artworks." I tell them, if you start painting big artworks, you get frustrated because there's a level you get to. If your mind cannot handle it, it will stop.
Yeah. Yes.
But if you can handle a small artwork like this, as small as this, this is a 10 by 12, or 12 by 14 or 12 by 10. So if you can handle a small artwork like this, then you start increasing the size gradually.
Yeah.
I get me. To be able to handle bigger artworks of 30 by 40, 20 by 30, because you have committed yourself with smaller works. Right. But the moment it's like how will I say it? It's like you can't you take care of $100 is how you're going to take care of like $500, if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
So it's in that pattern. So it continues like that. The paint quality continues like this. I hope you can see this.
I can. Yeah, it's a horse, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
So it continues like that, but I won't lie, it consumes a lot of paint. Yeah. It consumes a lot of it, but you're taking care of this small baby. Oh, baby, hi. Then gradually you go to take care of a bigger baby. So it has to do appreciating this small thing. Yeah. Like, this is very nice. You took your time and get it done, and it's like, woo. Yeah. Woo.
Yeah, you spend a lot more time in the details with the little ones too, like because you got it. Well, I use brushes, so which I'm gonna try something different now after being inspired. But like the small brushes and the relationship between cleaning the paint off and storing the paint and wasting the paint, the little dance between you and the palette, is interesting because it's like the rites of passage as an artist. You need to learn how you're going to go about your tools. And my challenge right now is not a dedicated space to my art. I don't have that yet. So I'm kind of, if you could imagine your brain is in pieces and it's sprawled all over the floor, it's going to be hard to put yourself together. If it's all contained in a container, you know where it's at, you can access everything you need, and there it is, right? So again, like going to your thing about time management, managing your resources, this is an art itself, especially if you come from, maybe a historical version of yourself where you're not quite as organized. But now you can, through whatever skill set you've gained. Let's just make it a shortcut as far as a conversation. I've figured some things out, Henry. But I want to show you some things because the size of that canvas or that painting is about where I started. I have 4 paintings with me. I want to show you real quickly. They are, okay. I've only painted six paintings on canvas with acrylic. I think it's acrylic. Yeah. But this was the first one. I took a picture of this thing that I'm going to show you. It was right outside one of my stops as a truck driver. And it's this towering electricity tower outside of this restaurant. And it speaks to me. It's really like history talking to me, saying, hey, man, I've been here a long time, and I've helped you get through shit you don't even remember. So to say I'm just in the way and I just don't belong here anymore, I should be a Bluetooth tower or whatever, it's not really fair. So that's what this says. This says to me is, look, the old world's just as important, but we can improve it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like some of the old ideas, some of the ways we used to say things, we can still kind of get away with. But, I mean, we got to be a little more thoughtful. And that's the beauty.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay. So, and then this was the second one I did. This was a photograph of something I took while I was at work driving home. You know, it's just a beautiful idea that the world of industry and nature's going to do its thing anyway. It's going to be beautiful in the middle of everything all the time. That's what we are. It's always that way.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I love about nature. That's the thing that caught my eye about you, is you said you love nature. And I'm on this trip right now where I really have this understanding that I'm just a mountain with an eyeball. You know, I'm just some piece of the planet that can look at other specimen and itself and express what I see in any way I find. I don't know if that's how you kind of conceived nature, but that's something that I've connected to deeply, and I want it to kind of come out in my art. So that's what's happened. This was the controversial one that I threw away. It's this guy.
Why do you throw it away?
He makes me want to cry. He tells me, look, you shouldn't be out here in the rain right now. You know, you're fine just the way you are. Go back inside and just deal with it. And that's what he does. He's me yelling at myself, knock it off. God doesn't like excuses. That's what happened here. Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, because in my mind, it didn't look this way. It looked very different because, you know, you look at this as a little more realistic. That's what I wanted. And then it came out like this. And I'm like, what is going on? We're putting this away. I put the paint away. I put everything away. I'm like, I don't even want to look at it. Psh, threw it in the trash. And then it came back.
I don't know if you remember when I told you about artists like a pregnant, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. You can give birth to a single baby. You can give birth to a twin.
Yes.
And mind you, sometimes you give birth to twins. They are not the same. Okay. It's very rare for you to see my artworks looking alike. They don't look alike.
Yeah.
They don't look alike. The moment, if I want to paint tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to paint, but I know that I have started having imagination.
Yeah.
I love nature so much, and I knew. Thank God for the internet. The internet can make you see other countries, animals, and their landscape beautiful. I always love this creature from Australia. I don't know his name, but I remember back last year they had a forest fire that really affected them a lot in Australia. You know, but and this what's the name of this beautiful creature from China? I love that creature so much. I haven't seen the picture before, but I love it so much. I think you might see it now.
Ah, yeah, Panda Bear. Yes, I did see this.
Yeah,
it's so pretty. Yeah.
I love this creature so much. I haven't seen it for my life, but when I saw it on TV, I paused the TV. I took my phone. I took a picture. Okay, so I've gotten my first image.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten the image I will use.
Yes.
Bam.
Yeah.
Then the landscape. We have landscapes here a lot.
Yeah.
You know, but the good thing is this: God created you in a way that you can recreate and rebrand.
Yes.
Who told you that a waterfall should be like this?
Yeah.
A waterfall should be like this.
Yeah.
It's not a must. To me, I don't believe in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe a waterfall can just be like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's about how you can put it together and make it come to reality.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's but if I find it fascinating that's been a stumbling block, to get so, but it tells you where I'm at as an artist. I'm still a toddler. If you think about it, I throw a fit, throw it away. What kind of acting is that? I'm acting like a child. So I learned a lot. So I kept it, came back, we went through it together, and here we are. So, but the way you put that, the rules they're not the rules. They're whatever I want them to be in the space, in the creation. So thank you. This one is a little,
Why is it?
This one's a little more intricate and detail oriented. It's just, I was just trying to break the rules. Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah. It's strange.
I like
right?
this.
Yeah. See, you do. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
This is very good on the design on the clothes.
Yeah. Right. Isn't that strange? Like there's the tree and the clouds and the sun.
Yeah.
And then it's like a dream. It's like a dream. That's what this sort of means to me, is like the way my mind believes itself to be inside, Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm glad you like that, man. That means a lot to me. No one I've shown this to really understands it. There's it's not the same reaction, It's like, okay, cool.
Look at all sportsmen. Look at all inventors. Let me start from Jordan, for example. There's a statement I read from Jordan. Jordan said that he practiced, he threw a pointer up to 200 times, made constant mistakes. But when he started getting those pointers right, the three-pointer shot, he became a professional. Are you getting me? So that's the process.
Yeah.
You need to go through that process of learning your skill and becoming good in it. And that is where sacrifice comes in.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
That is the place people don't want to go to.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The artwork you showed me just now, that one, the last one.
Yeah.
That artwork is powerful.
Wow.
Very, very, very powerful and beautiful.
Wow, man.
Because to me, what I saw in it, I saw something totally out of this world.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I saw it like, damn, like this can get. Now, what you need to do is to make it more better than what it is now. Develop it and become to the next, like seasons movies, season 1, season 2, season 3.
Yeah.
So you can develop it to another section.
Yeah.
To another section.
Yeah.
To another section. And that is the good thing about art.
Yeah.
You keep developing it to a different section.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, man.
That's it. So you just keep enjoying that expression.
I will.
People ask me, hey, why do you do art? Don't you want to sell? I do sell my artworks. I think next week I'll be sending a work to Ukraine. Ukraine is, I think, somewhere in Russia or so.
Mm-hmm.
That's my first time I'm sending the work to Ukraine.
Wow.
But I'm very happy. They're like, hey, I like that work. I said, okay, I'm going to buy it.
Yeah.
Good. So, those things are encouraging, but when you're natural, it makes it simple.
Yes.
My mom will say, let it flow.
Yeah.
Let it come natural.
Yeah.
Don't struggle with it.
Yeah.
So you just have to enjoy that moment. So it can just be natural. You can just love that the way it is.
Yeah. Well, my problem is that once I get into the canvas, I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to go do what I need to for my kid. That's the bad part.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to focus on any other work or project I have going. That's the hard part about once I get into that paint, once I crack them open, I'm sorry, I'm gone. I'm inside of this canvas. Yeah. And I love just going till I just can't anymore. I just can't stand and I'm done. and then I'll come back the next day because you know how it is. It's in your head now, and it just stays there. It's like wearing a facial mask, and it's like stuck to you, and you're like, yeah, I like this. And then you want to keep adding to it, and you think about it. You're like, yeah, I could add that. And you kind of stare out in space every once in a while. You're like, yeah, that would look really good right there, but I'm going to change, and you kind of like, it really is just about a good relationship with yourself, man. Yeah. It really is. But that's it. Go ahead.
You just have to spend time in knowing your path in which you are very good in. Should I tell you something? I don't like dark colors.
You don't like dark colors? Okay. I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, in your work, I've seen a lot of your work, but I love that. I love that you are more drawn to those, and I think it speaks to it speaks to the light that's coming through you. Love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm a bit more facetious. I'm a bit more cheeky monkey. I am. I'm a bruised, chubby child. Grew up just, hey, look at you. Oh, so I got a little bit of that in me. I'm not going to deny it. It's there. But I let it out. I'm like, hey, come on, man, let's go be productive. Let's go exercise. I do things for it so that it doesn't destroy. But, color's another thing. So you could see some of the anger in here, It's like that color there is like, it's in there. This is inside of myself. These images, they just came out of my head into my hand, and I don't know what they are, but they wanted to be in both sides. And I wanted the blue to hold something. I just had to have it hold something, And then every time I picked it up, every direction became, something else.
Yeah.
So
it's cool. It's your expression.
Anyways, I'm getting carried away with that. You've got me so. You got me all.
There's an art. There's a particular artwork that talks about me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just talk about it so you can have it, just like as that one is talking to you.
Okay.
Because this is very, very important. I need you to really take your time and understand what I want to do. Okay.
Okay.
Now, this guy took me like almost 10 days.
Wow. That is amazing.
It took me like almost 10 days.
Wow.
Okay.
I can't even imagine. That's so
like 10
beautiful.
Days.
Yeah.
Now, this artwork talks about me. It talks about me as an artist.
Okay.
It talks about me as an artist. I think I made this like 5 years ago. Oh no, 2 years ago. I made it 2 years ago. And just as that artwork is like in you, that's how this is. Because I want this. I want to put this. Whenever I come here, the artwork will start calling me, talking to me. Hey, put this here. Hey, put that here. But as you start proceeding, it wanted to become something bad.
Mm.
And I said, no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make you beautiful.
Okay.
And to make you beautiful, I'm going to bring lighter colors.
Yeah.
Lighter colors are more beautiful. Lighter colors.
Yeah.
Instead of me to use black, I'm going to use a dark brown.
Okay.
Because I'm not perfect. I learn every day. But I discovered that that's what I'm very good at. So I discovered instead of me to use black, I use dark brown. And with time, because, have you ever felt like you feel like a baby in your mind, but you are matured in your look?
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember when I was doing artwork, I messed up a particular artwork with black.
Okay. Yeah.
I used the black and I messed it up. I'm like, oh my.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use black any longer because I really messed that artwork. So it became a reflection in my mind. But as time goes on, I started getting healing gradually. So I started letting it out. I started using lighter colors to make me feel happy. Whenever there's a light color, when the color is light, I'll be able to flow with it. I'll be able to breeze through it.
Yeah.
You know. So
Yeah.
you need to understand the colors that you love. Work with the colors that makes you very happy.
Yeah.
Colors that makes you very, very, very happy.
Okay. That makes sense. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, because right now, like, I bought a basic set. I use what I can, to get the things going. But I've been at the store eyeballing oil paints. I've never painted with oils. I have so much growing up to do in this practice. So, but I want to, again, like, I want to come back to this. I want to continue a friendship with you over time. I want to, send you pieces of artwork, much like you've done for other people. I think you deserve, whatever it is. I want to tell you thank you, man, in any way possible. And, I want to grow as an artist and maybe have you, well, we're already connected, so I don't have to ask anymore. And,
I'm very honored. I'm very honored. The world is a small place.
Yeah.
The world is a small place with beautiful people.
Yeah.
Best use of it. I respect any artist, whether you're a paper artist, whatever artist you are. As long as you have the artist mind, you are a small god.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Henry. I appreciate you so much, man. I really do appreciate it. I think I'll let us both go and continue our day. But, yeah, I can't thank you enough, man. We'll talk again soon. Take care of yourself and say hello to the kids for us, man. And, yeah, congratulations on your Ukraine painting. That's amazing.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, Henry. Take care, man. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Well, everyone I ever meet goes here in this book. And now I met you, and you're going in the book.
I'm just a wandering nomad out on the interstate. Eventually, all these roads just end up looking the same. I'm just a